am Sergeant Plant, and I will be your instructor for today's training. My task is to perform voice communications, reference STP 21-1 SMCT. Task number 113-COM1022. What if you got a flat tire while you're outside Fort McCoy and you need to inform your unit to get help? If you were provided with a SIM card, would you be able to operate it? Would you be able to figure out how to turn it on and send a message? Today's task: perform voice communications. Conditions: given one operational radio set for each net member, warmed up and set it to the net frequency. 2. A call sign information card, 5 plus 8, consisting of net member duty position, S1, S2. Net call sign, letter, number, and letter. Suffix list. Net control station, NCS, -46, S1, -39, S2, -13, and a message to be transmitted. Situation: the net is considered to be secure and authentication is not required. Note: this task may have as many net members as there is equipment available. Each net member must have a different suffix and a message to transmit. Standards: enter a radio net, send a message, and leave a radio net using the proper call signs. Call sign sequence, pro words, and phonetic alphabet, and numerals with 100% accuracy. The overall risk assessment for today is low, and although it is low, there is a few things we need to cover on our DD Form 29-77, our deliberate risk assessment worksheet. Slips, trips, and falls for safety. We have to be careful of furniture around the room. We need to be mindful of our feet. In case of a fire, we're going to meet in the parking lot and get accountability to make sure everyone got out of the building safely. In case of a tornado, we're going to meet in the underground parking garage, and everyone will huddle in there as is the safest place in the building to meet. In case of an active shooter, we're going to run, hide, and fight. The evaluation today: immediately following training, you will be evaluated on an individual basis in order to receive an overall goal for this task. You must receive a goal on each performance step evaluated. You will be evaluated one at a time in this room. In order to enter a net, send a message, and leave the net alphanumeric, you must now the proper steps in a radio communication. I will demonstrate the task at a full speed, followed by step-by-step explanation. After that, you will have time to practice the task to standard before we begin evaluation. Now, before I do my demonstration, I would allow each of the students to simply print their name in the sign-in sheet. We're not going to have they do their signatures because we will do that once they are evaluated. Watch this high-speed demonstration. Echo 33. This is Echo 339er. Over. This is Echo 39er, 44.5 degree north at degrees west. Flat tire, need assistance. 4 personnel in the vehicle. This is Echo 39er, Roger out. At this time, I'm going to do this step by step. I'm going to show you all the performance steps as well as to show you and explain to you how they are done. Step 1. Enter the net. Determine the abbreviation call sign and answer the sequence of your duty position. The NCIS would inform me of your call sign, Echo 33 Echo. Respond to the NCS issuing a net call. Answer in alphabetical sequence. I would say Echo 33 Echo. This is Echo 39er, over. Note, at this time the NCS acknowledge and the net is open now. Send a message. Listen to make sure the net is clear. Do not interrupt any ongoing communications. Call the NCS and tell the operator the priority of the message you have for his or her station. I would say this is Echo 39er, priority low. Receive a response from the NCS that he or she is ready to receive. Send your message using the correct words and pronunciation of the letters and numbers. I would say this is Echo 39er, 44.5 degree north at degrees west. Flat tire, need assistance. 4 personnel in the vehicle. Get a receipt of the message. After you get the receipt, you can move to your step 3. Leave the net in alphabetical sequence. I would say this is Echo 39er, Roger out. Note, the NCS acknowledge and the net is closed. Step by step complete. At this time, I will allow my soldiers time to practice. While they are practicing, I will go around and give them information on how they are performing. If they are performing the task to standards, I'll let them know that if they're not. I will make those corrections. Ensure that all students can perform the task to standards before going into testing. Practice complete. Before we start testing, I'm going to restate the task conditions and standards. The task is to perform voice communication. Condition given 1. 1 operational radio set for each net member, warmed up and set to the net frequency. A call sign information card 5 times 8, consisting of net member duty position, S1, S2, a net call sign, letter, number, letter, suffix list, net control station, NCS 46, S1-39, S2-13, and send a message to be transmitted. 3. Situation. The net is considered to be secure and authentication is not required. Note, this task may have as many net members as there is equipment available. Each net member must have a different suffix and a message to transmit. Standards. Enter a radio net, send a message, and leave a radio net using the proper call signs. Sign sequence, words, and phonetic alphabet, and numerals with 100% accuracy. Your performance measured today, the 3 things that you will be evaluated are: enter the net in alphabetical sequence, send a message of 15 to 25 words using the correct words and phonetic alphabet and numeral. Let the net arithmetic sequence. Your brief. You are in a sound sensitive area and you will need to use visual signal techniques to communicate to your team and vehicle driver. I will now have the soldiers step out of the room so they can see the soldiers that are currently being tested. Once they do, I will watch the first student go through the evaluate by checking their performance measures. As they are going through, I will check on the roster trainee record if they're a go or no go. Once the soldiers have been assessed, I need to ensure that everyone that did fail will have the opportunity to go over and their retraining and retest for reevaluation. I will give that person time to understand that he did not know how to do one of the performance measurements. I will tell him specifically which one was and that he will be reevaluated. I will tell him information on when and where it will be retrained. We will be the same uniform and have the same equipment, and we will do the reevaluation directly after the retraining.
It worked.
I would ensure that if he has any questions, that we would give him enough time to get them answered. Next, I would ensure that we will all have our equipment. We had our operational radio sets and a call sign information card. Our equipment is all accounted for. What we will conduct an AAR, what was supposed to happen, what actually happened, what went right, what went wrong, how can we improve training? Were all controls effective? I will go to DA form 2977 and box 14 to fill out all our controls were effective. If they were not effective, I would be writing what this was and what I could do to improve for the next time. At this time, we will do a Hands Across America, do a police call to make sure everything picks up. I will recheck my paperwork, ensure that I have completed all of my documents. After my paperwork has been checked over by my soldiers have done everything they need to do, I will dismiss them. I will inform